Greetings YouTube. In this video I'll be doing a decoder install on a Proto 2000 E8 or 9 locomotive. And this one is Chicago Northwestern. So let's get it out of the box here. Okay, we have operating instructions. How to put the shell on. And some warranty. And this does look like it's brand new. I don't see any wear on the wheels at all. Okay, this is also not DCC ready, so we'll be doing a full rewire of the whole thing. Okay, I am going to start with doing some general maintenance and lubrication. So for that, I think we want to take off the circuit board here, which I won't be using anyway. Yeah, there's some grease on there, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a little more grease and a little more oil just to make sure. I'm using 106 and 108. All right, for light bulbs, I'm going to go ahead and reuse the dual filament bulb here for a Mars light, but probably not this, the incandescent headlight. Okay, I'm just going to clip basically everything off of the little circuit board here. Okay, so one of the things we need to do for the decoder install is we need to separate the motor from the rails. And if you notice here, this red wire coming from this side rail is going down and it's going to the motor, and then it's going to here, and then it's going down to there. So that's not going to work for us. I am going to now clip this right here. And then okay, so here's the board. We don't need that anymore. So now we'll have these two wires right here that go to the motor. The two blue wires go to the right side rail, which is usually the red wire, but I guess it's switched around here. And then these two red wires here are the left side rail, which will go to the black wire on the decoder. Okay, so the first thing I did was I cut this piece of plastic to go right here, so I can mount everything on that and then kind of keep everything from getting down into the mechanism below here. Okay, here's the decoder I'll be using, DH187. Okay, so I did some testing, and on this locomotive, when you put plus to the red wire and minus to the black wire, it goes backwards. So normally that's not the way these are done. So I'll be switching these two around. This one will be positive and this one will be negative because I want the normal forward direction to be forward on the locomotive. And also the red wires here, the left rail is typically black and this is typically red. So I'll be switching those around as well. Okay, here are the track connections. We've got the red wire coming from the decoder going to the two blue wires, which are for the right side rail. And then the black wire here from the decoder is going to the red wires here and here for the left side of the rails. Okay, now here are the motor wires. I have the orange wire from the decoder hooked to the black wire from the motor and the gray wire from the decoder hooked to the red wire from the motor. So I don't know if I would consider this wired backwards. So if you're doing the same install, I would suggest testing this to make sure it's the same way on yours. Who knows, maybe this one just got wired like this and other ones are not. I have no idea. The standard is to have, would have been to have this backwards and these backwards. So I don't know what the deal is with this. This might have just been a one-off that somebody wired backwards. Maybe these early ones are just this way. I don't know what to tell you other than definitely check it on yours. And it's no big deal if you get it wrong. If you get the two track, I mean, this is just a standard. This literally doesn't make any difference because that's AC. If you get the motor wire switched around, you can either just reverse it or you'll just, in forward, it'll run. Your forward direction will end up being, this will be the front of your locomotive and this will be the back. So you can change that in the CVs, or you can just switch the two wires around. All right, I've got it programmed up and I've been breaking it in here. It needed quite a bit of running to really start going smooth. It was pretty jumpy. Like, it had bad electrical connection for a while, but I didn't actually have to do anything or clean anything. It just, maybe 10 minutes of running, and now it seems to be pretty good. We'll check the low speed. That's speed step 1. Maybe it's a little fast. Man, it's a passenger train, it'll be okay. All right, let's move on to the lights. For a stay alive, I added a 16 volt 1000 picofarad capacitor, and that hooks to this auxiliary harness here, and it's the red and black. And for mounting, I'm just gonna glue it like back here under that. Okay, let's get on to the lighting. So the first thing I did was cover all the area in here where I don't want light to shine through with black electrical tape. And here are my plans for the headlights. The forward light is going to be just a white LED behind the lower headlight lens. The reverse headlights are going to be red LEDs in these classification lenses. Function 1 is going to be the only light I'm reusing, which is this dual filament bulb. So I'm going to use the green and violet wires to go to this for the Mars light. And then function 3 is going to be for the number boards. I'll put LEDs behind each of them. On my last install on the E7, I mounted all the lights to this this plastic piece right here, and that did not work very well. They didn't line up right. I had a lot of leakage, so I am just going to I'm not going to use that, and instead I'm going to mount everything up into the shell. That has the advantage that you can line things up a little better. It has the disadvantage that all the wires have to go up into the shell. So if you want to take the shell off, you've got a bunch of wires to deal with. So there's a trade-off either way. All right, so I ran all the wires and have all the resistors here for all the different lights. I decided to use this area here behind the cab. There should be enough room to bundle up some wires there. So I have two different resistors. I have, for the incandescent bulbs, I have these two, which are 220 ohm 1 watt resistors. Those are for the incandescent, the two filaments of the incandescent bulb. And then the other three are 10,000 ohm resistors for the surface mount LEDs. And each of those will be, each of the LEDs will be in series. Now, as far as to mount the LEDs in place, what I've done is I have stuck the LEDs I want to use to a piece of black tape. Then I'm going to hook this up to a battery, and then I'm going to position it in the shell, hopefully the way I want it to be. Okay, let me show you the lights in action here. We've got headlight. Wow, it's not really that bright in real life. It just looks brighter on camera. And then when you go to reverse, and then we have the warning light. And the number boards. Okay, that's going to do it for this video, but stay tuned to the channel. The next time you see the E8, it will be pulling